You have 18 hours. That's how long you have left to prepare before this storm makes preparation impossible. After 6 p.m. tomorrow, roads will be too dangerous. After midnight tomorrow, stores will be closed or empty. After 8 a.m. Saturday, you will be dealing with the consequences of whatever preparation you did or didn't do. And those consequences could determine whether you uncomfortable for a few days or whether you are fighting for survival in a house with no power, no heat, and no way to get help. 127 million Americans are in the path of this storm. The National Weather Service just issued high-risk warnings, which is level 4 out of 4. They reserve that for events that will cause loss of life. Emergency operations centers in 15 states activated at 3 a.m. this morning. Governors in 6 states have declared emergencies. The federal government has pre-positioned disaster response teams. Everyone who knows what's coming is taking maximum action right now. You need to do the same. I am going to walk you through the exact action steps you need to take, in order, with specific timings and specific products. This isn't generic advice. This is a survival checklist built from analyzing what went wrong in past disasters and what saved lives. If you follow this protocol, you will significantly increase your chances of getting through this storm safely. If you ignore it, you're gambling with outcomes that could range from severe discomfort to death from hypothermia or carbon monoxide poisoning. Action step 1. Assess your personal risk level right now. I need you to answer these questions honestly. Do you live in the ice zone, that's Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, or the Carolinas? Do you have medical equipment that requires power? Do you live alone, especially if you are over 65? Do you have infants or very young children? Do you have chronic health conditions? Is your home heated by electricity only? If you answered yes to any of those questions, your risk level is elevated. If you answered yes to multiple questions, your risk level is severe. That determines how aggressive your preparation needs to be. Action step 2. Make the evacuation decision by noon Thursday. This is the single most important decision you will make. If you are in the high-risk ice zone, meaning Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville, Charlotte, or similar cities, and you have the option to leave, you should seriously consider it. Go stay with family out of state. Book a hotel 100 miles away in a direction that takes you away from the storm path. Leave Thursday afternoon if possible, Friday morning at the latest. I know this sounds extreme. People don't want to evacuate for winter storms. But here's the reality. Memphis could lose power for 2 to 3 weeks. When it's 9 degrees outside and you have no heat, your house reaches freezing temperatures within 18 hours. Pipes burst. You have no water. You are sitting in a 30-degree house with no way to cook, no way to stay warm, no timeline for when power returns. That is not an inconvenience. That is a survival situation. If you have elderly parents in the impact zone, this is the time to insist they come stay with you if you're outside the zone. Don't take no for an answer. Their pride isn't worth hypothermia. Action step 3. If you are staying, start supply acquisition immediately. Today, Thursday afternoon between now and 6 p.m., you need to complete your supply run. Here is the specific shopping list in order of priority. Priority 1, water. 1 gallon per person per day for 7 days minimum. A family of 4 needs 28 gallons. That is 7 of those big water jugs or about 4 cases of bottled water. Get it today. By tomorrow, shelves will be empty. Priority 2, non-perishable food that requires no cooking and no refrigeration. Protein bars, canned goods you can eat cold like tuna or chicken, peanut butter, crackers, trail mix, nuts, dried fruit, granola bars, cereal you can eat dry. Avoid anything that needs to be heated or refrigerated. Get 7 days worth. If you lose power, you lose your stove and your fridge. Priority 3, medications and first aid supplies. If you take prescription medications, call your pharmacy today and get early refills. Tell them it's an emergency. Most pharmacies will approve early refills for disaster preparation. Get over-the-counter medications too. Pain relievers, cold medicine, stomach medicine, any regular OTC drugs you use. Get bandages, antibiotic ointment, any first aid supplies you might need. Priority 4, batteries and lighting. Get D batteries for flashlights. Get 9-volt batteries for smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Get AA and AAA batteries for radios and other devices. Get multiple flashlights, at least 1 per person. Get a battery-powered or hand crank radio, specifically one that receives NOAA weather frequencies. Priority 5, heating and cooking alternatives. If you have a fireplace, get firewood today. A full cord if you can afford it, half cord minimum. If you have a propane or kerosene heater, get fuel today. If you have a camping stove, get propane canisters, but only use these outdoors, never inside. Get candles, but understand these provide light, not meaningful heat. Priority 6, sanitation supplies. Get toilet paper, at least a 2-week supply. Get hand sanitizer, get garbage bags. If water stops flowing, you will need garbage bags for waste disposal. Get baby wipes for cleaning when you can to shower. Get feminine hygiene products if needed. Priority 7, pet supplies. If you have pets, get a 2-week supply of food. Get extra water for them too. Get medications if they take any. Don T, forget your pets in your preparation. Priority 8, cash. Go to an ATM today and get $200 to $300 in small bills, 20s, 10s, 5s. When power goes out, credit cards don't work. ATMs don't work. Cash is the only option. Priority 9, baby supplies if applicable. Formula, diapers, wipes. Get a 2-week supply minimum. Stores will be closed or empty for days after the storm. That's your shopping list. I know it's expensive. I know it's a lot. But the alternative is being unprepared when disaster strikes, and that is exponentially more expensive in every possible way. Action step 4, vehicle preparation. Thursday evening, between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Thursday, after you finish shopping, prepare your vehicle. Fill your gas tank completely. Do not wait until Friday. Gas stations will have lines. Then they'll run out. Then they'll lose power and close entirely. While you refilling up, get gas cans if you have a generator. Fill those too. If you don't have a generator but you have gas cans, fill them anyway. You might need gas to help someone else or to evacuate suddenly. After filling up, keep your tank above half full through the entire event. If you have to evacuate suddenly Saturday or Sunday, you need gas. If you need to run your car for heat because your house is freezing, you need gas. Never let it drop below half. Also, Thursday evening, move your car to a safe location. Do not park under trees. Ice-weighted branches will fall all weekend. Park in an open area. If you have a garage, use it. You don't want to dig your car out of 18 inches of snow or scrape 1 inch of ice off it. Put emergency supplies in your car. Blankets, food, water, flashlight, first aid kit, phone charger. If you get stranded, these supplies could save your life. In negative 30-degree weather, if your car breaks down and you run out of gas, you have maybe 20 minutes before hypothermia becomes a real risk. Action step 5, home preparation. Thursday night. Between 9 p.m. Thursday and midnight Thursday, prepare your home. Start with pipe protection. This is critical. Burst pipes cause an average of $15,000 to $30,000 in damage. Prevention costs maybe $20. Let all faucets drip slowly, both hot and cold. Just a small stream like a pencil width. This keeps water moving and prevents freezing. Open cabinet doors under sinks to let warm air circulate around pipes. Close your garage door if you have one. Insulate any exposed pipes in basements, crawl spaces, or attics. Use pipe insulation sleeves or even just towels wrapped and taped. Disconnect outdoor hoses, drain them completely. Cover outdoor faucets with insulated covers. If you have a sprinkler system, make sure it is winterized. If you have a pool, make sure your pump is protected or drained. Also, Thursday night, charge everything. Phones, tablets, laptops, battery banks, rechargeable flashlights, power tools if they re-battery powered. Everything. Plug in everything you own that has a battery and do full charge cycles. Let them charge overnight. Action step 6. Friday morning final preparations. Between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Friday, complete these final steps. Fill your bathtub with water, not for drinking, for toilet flushing. When power goes out, water pressure drops. Eventually, water stops flowing. A bathtub full of water gives you 20 to 30 toilet flushes. Fill other containers with drinking water. Pitchers, pots, buckets, whatever you have. Get another 5 to 10 gallons if possible beyond what you already bought. Do laundry Friday morning if you need to. Once power goes out, you want to be doing laundry for a week or more. Get caught up. Take showers Friday morning. Again, once power and water go out, showers are done for days. Cook any perishable food you have. If you have meat in the fridge that'll go bad, cook it Friday and eat it Friday and Saturday while it's still fresh. Don't waste food you already paid for. Make ice. Fill every ice tray, every empty container. Freeze as much water as possible. This will help keep your freezer cold longer if power goes out. It also gives you ice for keeping food cool or for drinking water. Action Step 7. Set up your emergency command center. Designate one room in your house as your emergency room. This should be the smallest room that's easiest to heat. Gather supplies in this room. Water, food, flashlights, radio, blankets, any medications, first aid kit, phone chargers. If power goes out and your house gets cold, you will retreat to this one room and close it off to conserve heat. Also in this room, set up your communication hub. Keep your phone here. Keep your radio here. This is where you'll get information and make emergency calls if needed. Action Step 8. Create your emergency contact list. Write down phone numbers on paper. Don't rely on your phone's contact list. If your phone dies, you lose everything. Write down family numbers, neighbor numbers, local emergency services, your utility company's outage line, your local emergency management office. Keep this list with your emergency supplies. Action Step 9. Test your emergency equipment. Friday, late morning, test everything. Test your flashlights. Test your radio. Make sure you know how to operate everything. Find the NOAA weather radio frequencies for your area. Program them into your radio. Make sure your smoke detectors work. Make sure your carbon monoxide detectors work. Replace batteries if needed. If you have a generator, test it now. Run it for 15 minutes. Make sure it works. Make sure you know how to operate it. Make sure you have proper ventilation plans. Never run a generator indoors. Never run it in a garage. Never run it near windows. Carbon monoxide kills people every single winter storm because they use generators improperly. Action Step 10. Coordinate with neighbors. Friday afternoon, talk to your neighbors. Who has a generator? Who has medical needs? Who lives alone? Who has a four-wheel drive vehicle? Who has medical training? Create an informal network. Exchange phone numbers. Agree to check on each other. Pay special attention to elderly neighbors. Make sure they re-prepared. Make sure they have supplies. Make sure they have a plan. If they don't, help them. A few extra supplies could save their life. Action Step 11. Prepare your pets. Make sure you have a 2-week supply of pet food like I mentioned earlier. Make sure you have their medications. Have a plan for waste disposal. If you normally let your dog out in a fenced yard, what is your plan? When there's 18 inches of snow, you might need to shovel a small area. If you have outdoor pets, bring them inside. This cold will kill outdoor animals. I don't care if your dog is usually an outdoor dog. Negative 20-degree weather will kill them. Bring them inside. Action Step 12. Prepare mentally. This is the step people skip, and it is critical. Prepare yourself psychologically for what's coming. You might lose power for 2 weeks. Your house might get down to 35 degrees. You might not be able to shower for a week. You might not see the sun for days. The isolation and stress can be overwhelming. Talk to your family about this. Prepare children for what is coming in age-appropriate ways. Decide now how you will handle boredom, stress, conflict in close quarters. Have books, games, activities that don't require power. Have a plan for how you will pass time. Also prepare for the hard decisions you might face. If your house drops to 30 degrees, when do you evacuate to a warming center? If you see a neighbor in distress, how will you help them safely? Think through these scenarios now, not in the moment. Action Step 13. Document everything before the storm. Take photos or video of your home inside and out. Document the condition of everything. If you have damage and need to file insurance claims, you will need proof of pre-existing conditions versus storm damage. Take photos of your cars, your roof, your yard, everything. Also, gather important documents, insurance policies, medical records, identification, bank information. Put them in a waterproof bag or container. If you need to evacuate suddenly, grab this and go. Action Step 14. Know when to call for help and when not to. Understand that emergency services will be overwhelmed. Call 911 for life-threatening emergencies only. Medical emergencies, fires, someone trapped. Do not call for power outages. That's not an emergency. Do not call for burst pipes. That's not an emergency. Save emergency lines for actual emergencies. Know your utility company's outage reporting system. Usually it's a phone number or a website or an app. Report outages through proper channels, not 911. Know where warming centers are located in your area. Every county is opening them. Find out now where they are, when they open, what you need to bring. If your house becomes uninhabitable, you need to know where to go. Action Step 15. Plan for the worst-case scenario. What's the worst thing that could happen to you specifically? For most people, It's extended power outage in extreme cold. But maybe you have a specific vulnerability, medical equipment that requires power, infant formula that requires refrigeration, medications that require specific temperatures. Identify your worst case and make a specific plan for it. If you have medical equipment that requires power, have you talked to your doctor? Do you have a backup plan? Could you go to a hospital or nursing facility if needed? Assume it'll be fine. Plan for failure. Action step 16. Stay informed. Between now and when the storm ends Tuesday, you need to be constantly getting updated information. Weather conditions are changing, model guidance is shifting, what was supposed to miss your city could hit directly, what was supposed to be snow could turn to ice. Set up multiple information sources. Follow local National Weather Service offices on social media. Follow local news. Have your NOAA weather radio. Have multiple ways to get information because any one source could fail. Check for updates every 3 to 4 hours minimum. Before you go to bed, check the forecast. When you wake up, check the forecast. Conditions can change rapidly. Action step 17. Know the warning signs of emergencies. Know the signs of hypothermia, shivering, confusion, slurred speech, drowsiness. If someone shows these signs, they need to warm up immediately and possibly seek medical attention. Know the signs of carbon monoxide poisoning. Headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion. If you suspect carbon monoxide, get outside immediately. Call 911. Do not go back inside. Know the signs of frostbite. Numbness, white or grayish skin, firm or waxy skin. If you suspect frostbite, warm the area gradually, don to rub it, seek medical attention. Action step 18. During the storm, conserve everything. When the storm hits, and especially if you lose power, go into conservation mode. Use flashlights minimally. Use phone minimally to conserve battery. Eat conservatively to stretch food supplies. Stay in one room to conserve heat. Layer clothing instead of trying to heat your whole house. Wear multiple layers, including hat and gloves indoors if necessary. Close off rooms you are not using. Stuff towels under doors to prevent drafts. Use blankets to create a smaller heated space. If you re-running your car for heat, never do it in a garage. Always do it outside in an open area. Run it for 10 to 15 minutes every hour to conserve gas. Crack a window slightly to prevent carbon monoxide buildup even though you are outside. Action step 19. After the storm, be patient with recovery. When the storm ends Tuesday, understand that recovery takes time. Power restoration could take days or weeks. Roads will remain impassable for days, even after precipitation ends. Expect normal life to resume Wednesday. Overexert yourself clearing snow. Heart attacks from snow shoveling killed dozens of people every major winter storm. Take breaks. Stay hydrated. If you have heart conditions, shovel it all. Ask for help. Be extremely careful on icy surfaces. Slip and fall injuries surge after ice storms. Wear proper footwear. Take small steps. Use handrails. A broken hip from falling on ice can be life-threatening for elderly people. Action step 20. Document damage for insurance claims. When it's safe to do so, document any damage. Take photos, take video, save receipts for any emergency purchases or temporary repairs. Contact your insurance company as soon as possible. Claims will flood in and you want to be early in the queue. Final critical reminder. This is not a drill. This is not hype. This is a legitimate life-threatening disaster about to unfold across 20 states. The National Weather Service, the Weather Prediction Center, FEMA, State Emergency Management, everyone is taking maximum action. You need to do the same. The 18 hours you have left are precious. Use them. Follow this action plan, prepare thoroughly, and you'll significantly improve your odds of getting through this safely. I'll be providing live updates throughout this entire event with specific action guidance as conditions change. Make sure you resubscribed with notifications on. Your safety depends on good information and decisive action. Take both seriously.